Welcome, everybody. Welcome to where we talk about everything Marvel and DC. But today is just only Marvel. Next podcast will be solely about DC and Marvel. The topics that we are going to talk about is uh the darkest of darkest heroes. We're going to step into the shadows of the Marvel universe in this podcast. We're diving deep into the return of Marvel's most thrilling and sinister heroes. First, uncover the mysterious outlaw Spider-Man Noir, the greedy, the alternative universe Spidey who battles crime under cover of darkness. Then find out why Blade was canceled. We discuss the fate of Daywalker, who known as taking down supernatural threats. Finally, we will bring you the latest on Spider-Man 4 and what's in store for our favorite web slinger in the MCU. Join us as we reveal what lies ahead for these iconic characters and why Marvel Dark Side is ready to take over. Who's here with me to talk about this topic? I got my man's Nas. Nas, you in the building.
Ear.
I got my man Sky. Sky, you in the building.
Yo.
And finally, I got my co-host here, Pat. You in the building?
Yo.
We here. I bet. The first topic I wanted to talk about is Spider-Man Noir. We got some scoops. We got some favorite ideas that I would like to, come in with Spider-Man Noir. If no one knows who taking on this adventure is Nicolas Cage. Never expected Nicolas Cage to be Spider-Man Noir. I mean, he got that greediness to him. I ain't gonna hate, know what I mean? But it also hurts me to the fact that he might not reprise his role as the demon. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You know what he used to be playing. You know. Now it's like he chose Spider-Man Noir. I want to be able to see the dynamics that he's gonna uncover as being Spider-Man Noir, because this is going like way back. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little intriguing that you see the things that's going on in the background. Nas, Scott, and Pat. Like there's a lot of intriguing things that's going on. If you haven't seen it, here's here's what it is, so you can be able to see uh what's going on with that. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Are you serious? Well, TFZ don't want that. Oh, well, I'ma read that to y'all. Let's see if I can find another feed for y'all. Um, but he's reprising his role. CMZ got the plot twist, and they have a first look at what he's doing and how the series will become. And I wish you could see this with me, guys. That it's doing pretty well. Let me see if I could find like a like something else that has it. Oh, this is not. Let me see. Let me see if uh Do you guys know anything about Spider-Man Noir?
The most that I know is from Ultimate Spider-Man with Drake Bell. That I don't know a damn thing about him at all, other than that he's set in the 80s or something like that.
Yes.
That is the
I know the
most I don't know.
storyline. I know the storyline as far as like I forgot who the main villain is in that, but yeah, it definitely take place in like back in the day type shit. I mean, having Nicolas Cage play that part sounds pretty cool though. It sounds like, you know what I mean, I could see him doing that. Cause he more like an investigative type of Spider-Man. He ain't like, he's not like swinging around and shit like that. Like he's like, you know, a little bit more like in the shadows type shit.
Yeah.
That is true. Wait, are we talking about live action or
Yeah.
animated?
Live action. He chose
Yeah,
live action.
yeah, that's fire. That's gonna be fire. His
He's
suit,
he's
I like how
nineteen 40s.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day, back
on
in
the
the day,
40s,
like
not 80s. Okay, I got my time wrong.
Yeah.
yeah,
1940s.
Yeah,
yeah.
with
Back in the day,
what
back
do you
in
call it
this
again?
is like
Hot
around
air
the time of the
balloon and
war
stuff.
and shit, right? It's
Yeah.
like around the, like
Yes,
World
yes,
War One
yes,
and
yes,
shit.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, 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 yes.
yeah. He like I said, he be moving in the shadows and shit. Cause that's what all like that's like what the storyline is about. It's like him, like he's like I forgot where he is. He's like in like fucking like Britain or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? And like back in time, like around the times of the war and shit like that. If I'm not
But
mistaken.
wait, how old is Nick Cage at this point?
Oh shit.
I think
He
at his
ancient now.
60s.
He ancient now.
Can he even does he even got hands anymore?
Yeah, he got.
See, that's why I said, but that's why I said he plays a good part because it's not the Spider Man that you're thinking like this nigga flipping on walls and shit. He doesn't.
Yeah, I was
It's
thinking
not
about
really
that. So
like
thank
that.
you very much for
You're gonna see
helping
a
me with
couple of
that.
those. You're gonna see a couple of those, but it's not like his character is not really like that. Like he's more of like a
Yo,
like I
shout out
said,
to his
darkness
stunt
type
team. That's
nigga.
all I know.
Yeah. Like he's not just typical Spider Man. You feel me? Like he's still gonna be doing the web swing and shit, but it ain't gonna be like like ain't no city or nothing. So it's like
Copy,
Batman
copy.
in that time type shit. You know what I mean?
But just a little key fact: Amazon and MGM Studios is doing this.
Oh wow, that's a surprise.
So this is their production. If if
Wait,
if
not
I can,
Sony?
no, nah. Sony allows them to use the character, of course.
Oh, so
If I'm,
they had the rights to all the Spider Mans then. So they
yeah.
should so.
So
Oh okay.
they
I didn't know
should,
that.
yeah. Let
I thought
me
it
let
was
me
just I
do a
thought it was
deep
just like
dive
one
real
particular
quick.
Spider Man. I thought it was like just the games or like a couple of the movies and shit. But that's a cool Spider Man. I fuck with that Spider. That's one of my favorite Spider Mans. Like, cause it's
Of
back in the day shit.
word.
Nigga got on a Spider Man suit with a trench coat. Like, come on, bro. Like that shit's fire. Like,
Yeah, it got
Yeah.
sauce. It got sauce.
nigga look like Moby Dick with a Spider Man suit on.
It says here, from Variety, Amazon, and some LBI Entertainment. Spider-Man
Yo,
Noir.
where OG at?
OG couldn't make it.
That's a first.
Yeah, I know.
OG got perfect attendance.
But yeah, from me looking at it like this, uh, uh, the person that's creating this is gonna be very awesome. This is Amy Pascal doing. So Sony is part of it. If you hear Amy Pascal, that's Sony.
Oh, okay.
Christopher Miller is a different type of type of person. Christopher Miller uh, is is the type of person that is creating this type of dynamic. He's the executive producer, so hopefully he does good. Let me
Did they
see if
tell
he
you about
does
like
other
anything like as
projects.
far as the story? Did
Huh?
they say anything about as far as the story, like the plot of the story or anything? Is there any details on that?
The details on that, no. Wait, Nicolas Cage, Sony, they created Spider-Man: No War Getting Better. Wait.
I think it's gonna have to have a good story plot because people got short attention spans. So you know what I mean. For it to be in 1940, you know what I mean. You gonna have to have a lot of action, bro. You gonna have to have a lot of action.
Well, Spider-Man: No War villains are the same people, like Norman Osborn, Vulture,
Kingpin is
Crime
in there.
Master. Yeah, Kingpin is in there.
All right, yeah.
Mysterio,
I could
Doctor.
see him in that time.
Uh,
Then they suits gonna be fire, yo. They suits gonna be fire because it's gonna be back in the day shit. Like, you know what I mean, Doc Ock shit ain't gonna be like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, all
you
this shit gonna be like old fashioned.
then you got Black Cat. You got Craven, Chameleon.
Wait, is this a
So
show?
yeah, it's gonna be a series.
Oh, okay. I thought this was a movie, bro. I'm like,
Nah,
word.
it's gonna be a series.
I'm like, yo, this gonna be a dope ass movie. The fuck?
So, so they
That's pretty
might
cool.
choose the playbook of they got Craven the Hunter coming out, so they might dive deep in there, or they might go with the Chameleon. I don't think they want to replay Mysterio. Yeah, yeah, feel me? I don't think
I hope they don't. I hope
because
they
like
don't.
Mysterio is already played out. Kingpin
No, I
is
think
already played out.
well, I mean, like I said,
I
it's
rather
1940 though. Like,
yeah,
who else you
but
gonna have in that type of time era? Like,
I rather they deal with Norman Osborn, Vulture maybe, Black Cat,
I
or
mean, but
the
they
Chameleon
automatically
or
gonna have him
Craven.
in it.
Cause
Oh,
or
Black Cat
Crime
would
Master.
thrive in that era.
I would rather Crime Master, Black Cat, Chameleon, Craven the Hunter maybe. Those are the four main things that I would love for them to hop into because
Yeah, they might have to do
it's
some
already
research on that one.
Doctor Octopus already. I already seen Norman Osborn
Yeah,
already.
facts,
I already seen
facts.
Vulture already. Kingpin I already see them. Venom I seen. We just had a Venom movie a couple of days ago. Now I mean I want to
Yeah,
see
but
the next.
it takes place in a different time. You feel me? This ain't like up to date. Like this is gonna be like an old fashioned movie type shit. Like I don't see it going to like some exponential shit. You feel me? I feel like they're gonna play, have like they basic Spider Man enemies and shit. You feel me? Or they're gonna do like how they have like maybe like 2 or 3 enemies in the Spider Man movie type shit. I mean, but you said it's a show, so yeah, you might see a couple of them. You might see a couple of them. But a lot
Yeah,
of motherfuckers gonna be all old fashioned. Like I said, it's 1940. It's like it's not much you can really, you know what I mean? Like not
yeah,
really much you can do.
because this one is in the 1930s inspired hero.
Yeah,
This is
that's
from
fire. I like that.
this is from comicbook.com because like we're talking about it and I'm quick with the mouse.
So I
So
think they're gonna if they follow the comic, that shit gonna be I think it's gonna be lit if they follow the comics. Now you gotta go and do your research and see what that means or
yeah,
because I forgot how long the comic is. I think it's like it's a couple issues. It's not too many. I think it's like maybe like 14 issues if I'm not mistaken of New York.
okay.
I don't think it's that many issues. I could be
Well,
wrong, but I think it's not that long.
so they might make what 14 episodes maybe to just go on
It
just
depends. It depends on how good it depends on how good the other episodes are. If it's like a banger, then they probably do like a first 10 to 13 episodes, and then on the second season do the same thing. You know how they get. It all depends on the ratings.
and then on top of that this coming from the 30s of of like what it says here. While the universe, Spider-Man calls the represent day home. Spider-Man Noir is set in the mindset of the Great Depression, taking place in the 1930s in New York City. This Peter Parker is also
Ah,
raised by his Aunt
that's
May
fire.
and Uncle Ben, and also loses his uncle, Ben, in a tragic way. Though what led to this is how it happened differ drastically. So
Nah, that's fire.
in this version of events, Peter's uncle is gruesomely murdered by the Goblin, aka Norman Osborn. In a form of retaliation, for organizing a strike on Goblin's business, while
Oh man.
there is no evidence. Peter knows it was Goblin who killed Uncle Ben and set about trying to figure out how to prove it. That led to an encounter where they are saved by the Daily Bugle. Ben Unrich, who takes Peter on a uh, protege, uh, and that's when uh, this set the state. This set the stage for Peter to get his powers. But again, things are far darker in tone than in the mainline universe. In this story, Peter discovers Ben is a drug addict after finding him passed out, and that's how he intercepts a tip about one of the Goblin's shipments. Peter heads to the pier and thanks to one a dropping spider idol. A host of spiders are freed, and one of them bites Peter, as we already know. So you might be right, Sky. Reading from comic book a little bit, they're gonna have to tap
It don't
into
give
Norman
mafia.
Osborn. They're gonna have
It
to
don't give
tap it,
mafia though.
huh?
It don't give mafia. It don't give
Yeah,
like a mafia type of. I
yeah, of
don't know,
course.
man.
The Great Depression is based off of that.
I mean, yeah, but like, I feel like it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be cringe because we
Hmm.
already got Penguin, we already got these mafia movies. Now you're gonna bring on a mafia style Spider Man.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna be too
It
much
sound
of
like
that.
it's like
I don't.
not mafia, but like it like he about to go and fight some like drug lords and shit like that. And that's what it sound like. Like, I mean, that's what it pretty much sound like to me.
It's the
Like
same
after
thing.
Ben,
It's the
after
same thing
Uncle
with
Ben
Kingpin.
dies
What's the
off of drugs,
difference?
he like now I'm about to go stop the drugs. Yeah, but Kingpin's a villain. You feel me? So I mean, the whole style of it. That's why I said like the whole style of this Spider-Man feels like it's that. You know what I mean, it's not saying it's particularly Penguin, but like the whole mafia style, like with the Spider-Man and all that. I feel like they're doing it for a reason. Maybe they want to have it like compete with Penguin or something, or because like I said, it's in the 1930s. You gonna have to have a lot of action in that shit, or it's gonna be a lot of dialogue. Because it sound like I said, it sounds like some mafia shit to me.
You might be right, because in order for
It sound like it.
it is in order for them to introduce his story, they're gonna have to bring out Norman Osborn first.
Yeah,
As
and he
as you
sound like
said,
he's a drug
as
boss. He sound like
as
he's a
you
drug
said,
lord. So, and it's
as
not
you
gonna be like
said,
him having the big building and the technology. It's 1930. So what else does he have? You feel me? Like what else do you have? You don't have technology, so what's the next best thing? Drugs. You feel me? Like in that time, like so I feel like it's probably gonna be a mafia movie, but you got a little Spider Man to it.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, it sounds interesting though. Like I never thought of like seeing Spider Man in that type of atmosphere. You feel me? But I mean, it's Spider Man, so understandable, I guess.
but the question is now: is they gonna deliver on this theme that you're suggesting, because you're suggesting is that they
Like I
might
said, it
go
could be a
with that
cringe.
route.
It could be cringe.
But
You
what
feel
if
me?
it's
It
but
could be
what if
like
it's a black and white? I would love that
some old fashioned
element
shit.
back. I would
I mean
like
that
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 element
no,
back.
that'd be lit. That's lit. That's lit. But it's like, but like I said, like I feel like now. I mean, I feel like they brought that out. Like if it is mafia style, I feel like they're doing it just because of the penguin. Like maybe like I mean, just because DC brought out Penguin, and that's on some mafia oriented type of shit. So it's Marvel. You feel me? Like they don't. What I mean, they are enemies. You feel me? So they do copy each other from time to time. You feel me? So that's the only reason I thought of it because I'm like, damn, Penguin just came out. Now you're about to throw out a mafia movie, but the only special thing about it is Spider Man's in it. Like it's not no villain. Like it's still gonna have villains in it. Like it's still gonna probably have the villains talking about their side of the story because you're gonna have to know what Osborn's doing. You feel me? So I mean, it's still gonna be like I said, it's gonna be on some mafia shit.
Mm, you might be right, cause like
It's 1930, bro. Like, what else could you do? Like, like what else is there? Like in 1930, like,
cause the person that's directing it, he did Blacklist.
oh, word, yeah, that was my shit too. That was
So
my movie, yo.
if you're saying,
I
because
hope
like
I
I
hope it was as
never
good
I
as
never
that.
seen Blacklist, but thanks
What?
to
Oh
thanks
man,
to what you're saying, Spider-Man
that's
No
a
War is
classic,
gonna be
bro.
lit.
That's a classic.
Because that's the person that's producing. His name is Dylan Riley
Yeah.
McCarthy.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So
Blacklist. That's a
I'm doing a
classic movie,
little
bro.
little research right now as we speak.
And I think the main character was old boy from Taken. Wasn't he the main character of that shit, the Blacklist shit? Because there was a movie and a show. I think the movie version. I think old boy from Taken is the main character, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen that shit in a minute, but I think he
Mm.
was. I think he was the main character. That shit
You
was
talking about
fire,
you
bro.
talking
I'm
about
telling you,
James
and it takes
or
place during the war. Like
you talking about James or Diego?
the dude, the main character of Taken. I forgot his name. Fucking
Yeah, the dude with the glasses, right?
um. No, no, no. I remember taking when old boy daughter gets kidnapped and shit.
Mm.
He played Ra's al Ghul in Batman. Yeah, yeah.
You,
He was in Blacklist, right?
you,
Yeah,
uh,
that was the movie though, right? Because it's two Blacklists. It's a movie version
no,
and it's
I'm
a
talking
show
about the
version.
TV series.
All right, the TV series. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, so yeah, but that's the same thing as the movie though. But I said the movie classic too. Yeah, yeah, you gotta check that movie out. I think he is the main character that if I'm not mistaken though, the movie. I mean, I don't know about the show, but I know about the movie. The movie is a classic. I know that much. And if
what's
he if
your?
he made that, if it's huh?
Go ahead.
And if he gonna do that, like, cause that's like more his style, cause like I said, it takes place like during the war or some shit like that, like 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 it's a whole thing going on, like I'm in Russia or some shit like that, like it's mad, like it's like some war shit, but it's old school. It's like in it's like in like 1930s, 1940s. So if he gonna do that, then it'll probably be good.
Yeah, because Christopher Miller, he's an executive producer, so he's not, the top head honcho. Because like right now as we speak, I'm on Spider-Man Noir fandom, and it tells me who's part of the writing, the producing, and all that. So uh, the showrunner, he's in his fifties. So, but he made shows like Summer Lake, uh, Mortal Kombat,
Okay,
Freaks of
I never heard of
Nature,
something.
Cloverfield,
Okay, Cloverfield's a good one.
The Lost City,
Oh,
Fast
damn right.
Fast X, Fast X Part 2.
Okay.
Oh, so he's creating that for 2026. Nice. 22 Jump Street,
Oh, okay.
Escape
Oh,
Room,
wow.
es-
Oh,
and
okay.
then Mortal Kombat.
Shit. Okay, so that's
This
gonna be a nice little lineup right there.
Yeah, so the person that that is the showrunner, like he's the one that's making sure that the shows are accurate because he's coming from the movie side. So he's show running it. So he's making sure each episode is like the shows that he like the movies that he run, like with Mortal Kombat, with 22 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street was very funny. It was very funny to how they had dynamics and how they were, using effects on each shooting, especially with Lost City too. Lost City was funny as hell. I seen Lost City before. The other shows I haven't watched from him, and then we got also another person that's a showrunner with him, and this dude's called Steve Lightfoot. Never heard of him before, but hopefully we can get a where his perspective is where his perspective is from, or what shows that he creates, because there's some good people. You got Amy Pascal, you got Christopher Miller, uh, and then we got the Ornell Uzel. I over there call him Uzi.
All right, that sound like it's gonna be a good. Like I mean, it's gonna be a good show. You know what I mean, but we it's gotta
Oh,
see like the
he
first
did
2 episodes.
his second in command, did the Punisher,
Mm,
and
that's fire though.
then he did Behind Her Eyes. I don't know what that is. Uh, he also
That's
did
the Punisher the series.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This
I heard that shit was alright. I
his
think you
name
told
is
me that too.
Steve Lightfoot.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah. I
did
think you told me
Hannibal.
that the Punisher show was good.
He also did Hannibal. He's known for
Oh, okay.
Hannibal, Narcos, The Punisher.
That sound like an all star team right there.
You know what I'm saying? That
That sound
so
like an all
you
star team.
but quick question though. Did you see any of these movies like the Hannibal,
Yeah,
Narc?
yeah.
Okay,
Hannibal
okay,
classic.
alright,
The fuck?
alright, alright, cool.
Like
So
all those is classics. Like all the ones that you was naming was classics. Like those all classics.
so
Like
looking at those two main guys from those perspective of ideas, what are you thinking
nah,
now?
that shit.
That
Nah,
the
that
direction he's gonna
that
choose
sound lit.
with Spider-Man
I
Noir.
still think it's
Is
gonna
he
be some
gonna
war
choose?
shit though. I still think it's gonna be
Is he
some
gonna
mafia
have
shit
those?
though.
Is he gonna have those different dynamics? That's the second
You gonna
question I
have
have for
to.
you.
If you all right, look, boom. If you got the dude that did the China and the dude that did the Punisher, like, but it depends on like that's the show, but like the movie,
Hmm.
that shit. I think that shit gonna be wild, bro. You got a lot of heads that did like classic movies, like the Blacklist. When you said Blacklist, I'm like, oh wow. No, I mean the movie is fucking fire. So if it's the same guy, I think that shit's gonna be good. Like, cause they all like I said, all those movies that you named was classics. So for all of them to
Okay.
come together, but it's like a all star effect. Like if you bring all these all stars together, what it's either they're gonna come out with some great shit or it's gonna be like ugh. You know what I mean, it could be either really really great because of the names, or it's gonna be really really cringe because they don't know how to put all their stuff together. Like you know what I mean? Like you
But
could
was
have fucking
Narcos and
Jordan,
Hannibal
Kobe.
cringy?
No, Hannibal was pretty good. That's like I said, that's a classic. It's a classic.
Okay. So it might not be as
What was the
cringy
other
as
one
you
you said?
think
You
then.
said Hannibal and what else? And
Narcos.
what was the other one you said? Narcos. Oh no, Narcos is fire. That's the show, right? The Netflix show.
Yeah,
You talking
yeah.
about Narcos? Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, that shit's fire. That shit's fire. Yeah, nah. See, but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be. That's why I feel it's gonna be some mafia shit, bro. Because look at all the people that you, look at all the stuff that you naming, Blacklist, fucking all like mafia style in that typical year. Like they
Mm-hmm.
all landing in like during the war or near the war but it's all old school shit. It's all old school shit. Not even just mafia, just old school. Like, and that's normally you'll take that as a mafia style type of thing. Like that's how I
Mm.
feel. And if it's gonna be like that, I think it's gonna be like I said, bro. I think it's gonna be like a clash between the Penguin and that, bro. It's gonna be a clash with that.
Mm.
I think it's gonna be a
Nas.
clash with that, bro. I'm telling you, it gotta be, bro. Like
Yeah.
you got two mafia shows coming out. Like, like you got two of them. Like you got the Penguin, which is doing good, and then you bring this out, and you got all these people, setting up for this. You know what I mean? So they're gonna try to make it either just as good or better than that.
Alright. Nas, hearing all this theory that we're theorizing about Spider-Man Noir plot and different type of villains and I'm that I want. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Um, real talk. I agree with Sky on this. I'm in agreement with Sky. Definitely gonna be some mafia esque type um show going on. Typically speaking, whenever some a drama piece or whatever is set around the war or depression, they usually, instead of going into that, they delve into the whole Nor mafia style thing to it. So I 100% agree with that one. That's the most likely outcome, especially with all of the different styles that you mentioned just now.
No fucking way. Okay.
No, it's mafia.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. It
And
just
plus with
like
the
once you said the
investigative
names that
journalist,
was a part of it, it gave
yeah,
that feeling. Like it
I
automatically gave that
100%
feeling.
agree. 100% agree.
and
Especially with the
let
whole
me
journalistic thing to it. Like,
okay.
ooh, I'm lurking in
Let
the
me get
shadows.
let me
Who's
give you a
behind
little
this assassination? Whatever, whatever. You know the way they all talk. And especially since this Nick Cage going off what his acting style is
Yeah, man.
and
Once you said
how
Nicolas
he
Cage and you said this, and I'm like, yo,
exactly,
this shit sounds like some mafia shit.
exactly,
but I
This
no,
sounds some mafia shit.
but check it
exactly.
though. Let me give you a little bit
No
more
qualms with
fat.
it as long as they do it in a way that it's organic and it works. It doesn't overcrowd or it's not doing too much. It does just what it needs to do. I'm all for it.
All right, let me
Besides,
give you.
it's a property I don't really know much about. It's a more obscure character in the larger scheme these days. So you can't go too wrong with this. You can't go too wrong with it. So whatever they come up with, as long as they hit that sweet spot to make people fall in love with this character and want to learn more about him, I'm all game.
Let me give you a little bit more facts to this
Thank
guy,
you.
Sky and Nas. Let me give you a little bit more oomph to this. The producer of part of the four main squad was I will tell you again was was Oren Uzel, and he's also showrunner that did Blacklist. He's also an executive producer as well listed. And then you got Phil Lord. Phil
You're
Lord.
not helping your case. It just started more mafia.
Phil Lord.
Facts.
Phil, listen though.
You're not helping
Phil
your
Lord.
case.
He's known for the Lego movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
That's
and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And he was part of the producing of 22 Jump Street. So,
yeah, but
how
that's
you
like
feel about that?
like the other dudes that you were saying like had a little bit more info to him. Like I feel like he just in it just
Those
because like
only
what I
tell
mean he's
me
Spider Man. Like it's part of Spider Man. Like
those only
Yeah.
I
tell me that
mean,
he knows how to handle a comic character. That's all that tells me.
nah, but that's fire, nigga. I love 22 Jump
Mm,
Street.
See?
That's a movie right there.
It has
okay.
humor
I
to
give
it.
you that. I give you that every time. Like 22 Jump Street was
So you
definitely
said
a movie.
so your theory, Nas, is that based on this particular person, he's gonna make sure it stuck to the element of the comics of black and white
Exactly. Yeah.
ism
Yeah. That's
of black
probably.
and
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
ism.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That
That's facts.
And
okay,
That's why I just said. I said
if you
he's just
worked on
there
Across
because
the
of the
Spider
Spider
Verse and
Man
Into
shit.
the Multiverse, you have no other choice than to do just that.
Facts. He has no relative to anybody. Like all these other people done did 1930s movies and mixed it with like action mafia styles. He just made 22 Jump Street. You feel me? Like that.
yeah,
Like now the whole Spider Man things. I can see him just because it's Spider Man, and I mean they want to keep it to like a Spider Man level still. You feel me? They don't want to
Hmm.
just they want to mix it. They want to mix the Spider Man shit with the mafia shit and try to make it. What I mean, correspond. I can see it. I mean, like I said, like he made 22 Jump Streets. Like I mean, that's
As
just
long
you
as
just
it doesn't
put a
feel
little
like it's a
icing on the
rip-off
cake.
of
Like
anything, I'm
mm,
fine.
okay,
It can't be a rip-off. It can borrow, sure, but it cannot be a rip-off.
that's why I
It can't be
said.
like,
That's why I
oh,
said it's gonna be
that did
either
it
good or
before,
cringe,
or
bro.
that did it before.
It's either gonna
but
be good or cringe, bro. I'm
but
telling you.
Nas,
It can be like other things, but it can't be straight up those other things.
this is part of the Great Depression. Well, it's part of the Great Depression. Do you know the history of the Great Depression?
Just what I paid attention to in history class when I came to the country.
Well, the
Yeah,
Great
that's around the
Depression.
time. This is around the time when they have like fucking. They had like This is around the time of alcohol not being legal. So
Mm-hmm.
they had a lot of
Mm-hmm.
clubs, and this is most of the clubs in New York was owned by mafia, by all the main top
Oh, and the
mafia heads.
Shea
The
Rebellion and
mafia, the
whatnot.
Italian mafia, was the ones who was selling all the liquor to all the bars because none of the bars didn't have none. So they opened up their own what's the name? And this is during the Great Depression because we didn't have silver. We lost a
Nope.
lot of major
My
resources around the
mistresses. Yep.
time of World War One. That's around the Great
Yep.
Depression.
Yep.
So that's during the war because we ran out of resources. So they started making money out of ammunition. Like they was making money out of like fucking bullets because
Mm-hmm.
we had no more metal. You feel me? Like so this is it's gonna be gritty. You feel me? But like I said, it's mafia style. Mafia. It's gonna be
Hella
all
mafia.
mafia shit.
At least, at least
Word
seventy
up.
percent mafia.
Facts.
well,
At least seventy
well,
percent mafia.
well.
I say 80. I
Hopefully,
say 80.
hopefully you're wrong. Hopefully you're wrong on this theory. But I
I
know
hope so
Scott.
too.
Come on, bro. We never wrong, bro. We never
I
wrong,
know
bro.
Scott. You. This
We
is
never
you're
wrong, bro.
already
Yo, Jesse, don't
on
glaze.
two.
Don't glaze now.
Sky is
Be
on
honest with
two.
yourself. Don't glaze.
Sky's on two. He's 2 for 2 right now. He theorized for Joker. He theorized for Madam Web. He's 2 for 2 for this whole year. Can he
Yeah,
go
I said a
down for
couple of them.
3 for Venom? You know what I'm saying?
I
He
mean,
or Noir. You know what I'm saying?
no.
My theories worked a little bit with
Nah, you was right about a couple of things, bro. You was definitely on the money with a couple of those things. When
yeah,
we was
with
talking about
Deadpool. Yep.
and there was another one too. It was was it X-Men? It was one of those around
Yeah,
those.
X-Men
You had said
97.
something about it, and it actually was that. Like, it actually was that. So
Yeah,
you
definitely.
catch a couple of them because it's like obvious. You feel me? It's like common sense. It's like all right, well, like just like perfect example when we was talking about the people that made certain things. It's like all right, well, when you put these certain people together, you already have a idea of what's about to fucking happen. It's like all right, you got like half of these people, like three of these people done did movies in like the 1920s, and then we got one that done did the Spider-Man verses.
Yeah.
That's like common sense. It's like, all right, so they're gonna do some 1930s shit. Most likely it's gonna be some mafia shit, but they're gonna add a little Spider Man to it. You feel
Yep.
me?
Word.
Like so. No, I
Definitely.
mean it's just like no, I mean it's just like we like no, I mean we're like fucking we're fans, so we just going off of what you give us. Like you just going off of what you give us. Like
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean?
Alright. Well, yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what Spider-Man: The War is gonna be about. How this series will transition, and how if it's gonna give it a second season because the first impression counts. Spider-Man: The War is gonna be a
I give it
first
seven.
dynamic
I give it an early
character.
7. I'll keep it early 7. Just in
That's
case.
not.
Just in
Yeah.
case. Just in case the mafia part is cringe. Like if it's like more dialogue and not enough Spider-Man, then I'm going with the 7.
Cool. I like that confidence you have.
Yeah,
But
because I
we'll
mean, like I said, like
definitely.
you know how mafia movies is.
Where? Yeah, of course. I see different types going. I see one with Bumpy
Facts.
Johnson. The one with Bumpy Johnson was very crazy. I didn't even know Professor X was like just part of this whole dynamic. You know what I'm saying? When I was
You
like,
mean
yo,
Malcolm X?
yeah, I call him Professor
Yeah,
X.
Malcolm X, that's a good one too. Yeah, same shit. Yep.
You you scared me
I
for a moment there,
mean,
man. I'm like, oh,
the,
I don't remember that one.
yeah, yeah. When I see that show, it gave me that element of like, this is what you didn't know about him. Like
Facts.
when he came out the tombs, he was part of an organization protecting his home ground. With Bumpy Johnson, he did the opposite. He was part of an organization to protect his own fam, and things had to be delegated a certain way when it comes to the mafia style of organization, crime. You know, that's the element that we might even see in Spider-Man No War, but
Facts.
as him being Spider-Man, as him being Peter Parker. And we're gonna be seeing we might just have like maybe 4 to 5 episodes of him just giving you that dynamic of storytelling. It might be short, it might be long. It might be an hour, it might be 30 minutes. It's all depending on the showrunners of how they want to delegate these sets of series. As we all know, Sky, these are movies that they implemented. Can they implement the same style as a TV show? We don't know. You know what I mean? That's another
Facts.
element
Nah,
that
facts.
that
But that's
that
part
we
of the
don't know
cringe,
about.
bro. That's
That's
part of
the
the cringe
element
I
we
was
don't
talking
know
about.
about
That's
because
part
on
of
the
it.
same breath is that is it gonna be like the Penguin? The Penguin gives you a straight hour of live television. Uh, Other shows give you like
If they
30
competing with it,
minutes.
they're gonna make it even. They're gonna make it exciting, or they're gonna either make it just as exciting, or they're gonna try to make it better. If they're trying to compete with that,
Oh, of course. If they're
if they're
not, if
trying to
they
compete, yeah,
if they're not gonna try to
they didn't.
compete as competition, that's gonna be a problem because everybody's gonna forego Spider-Man Noir to
I
Penguin
don't
because
think the
Penguin.
point should be to try and compete with Penguin.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
saying
like
I'm
like
not saying I'm not saying to
I feel like
compete.
they biting. I feel like they
I'm
biting a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like they
Yeah,
biting a
just
little
a
bit
little
because
nibble.
they didn't have to do it. Like like where did you get the idea of doing something in the 1930s? Like, come on, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, besides the Spider Verse, you didn't have no idea of doing that. Like,
No, but
that had to just
weren't they in talks of doing Spider Noir before they even said,
Yes,
you know what, we're gonna do the Penguin TV show?
yes,
oh
they
so
were in
that oh
talks.
so I guess
Yeah,
Nicolas
so
oh all
that
Cage,
right
argument was
so
Nicolas
made.
Cage
okay
was part of this
all right.
whole thing. Four
It's
to
That's the
just
only
five
reason I'm gonna
easier
years.
like
to
it.
make
That's the only
a
reason I'm
Penguin
gonna like it
show
because Nicolas Cage
than
is in it. Like,
that one. So
Yeah,
that's the only
but
reason I'm gonna really like it, bro.
but he fits it, and I agree, to
Facts.
the producers that chose him
That's what I said.
because at the
And
same
that's
at
what
the
I said. I
same
said he fits that
at the
part.
same token, he's not gonna be the Dotted Rod anymore, the Skull of Fire. You know what I mean, my main man. He's not gonna be the dude with the fiery skull on the bike. He's not that. He's not gonna be my man's no more. So
I'm
I'm
cool with
at
that.
the I'm at the see
I'm sad
what's
about
gonna.
that.
That's what I'm saying. Me too, bro. Like I don't know what
No, I'm cool with that because
MCU.
they was gonna change him. We already talked about that.
Then
They
Oh
was gonna
yeah,
Agents of
we
change him
Shield did
did, we
regardless.
nothing
did,
with him.
we did,
Yeah, we
we
talked
did.
about that. They was gonna change
Yeah.
him. So, all right,
No,
cool.
but
Give
they
him
brought him
that
back in
then.
Agents of Shield though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you see how the Agents of Shield ended.
yeah.
Like, ending was terrible. Like, it was the worst. That was the worst
Word.
ending ever. Like, it was fucking ass. Like,
I
That's the
I
fault of Kevin Feige and the rest of the MCU. That's is their fault, in my opinion, on that one.
I mean, I think somebody biting though. I mean, like you had to get the idea from somewhere. Like, you know what I mean?
it,
Like that idea didn't just come about. Like,
just to let y'all know, Agent of Shield is canon. It's
yeah,
just that
yeah, you know,
they don't know how to bring it they don't know how to bring it together with this
We're going
phase.
through this again.
yeah, facts. And that's what I was saying. I'm like, how the fuck, like, yo,
We're going
Because
through this
this
again.
is the thing is that what Kevin Feige is trying to create is where a storytelling is based on uh different sets of time that coexist to one another. And
Don't glaze.
yes,
yeah, he picked the right time too.
Do not glaze.
Kevin Feige is having that that problematic s because as you can see, he did Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor, all the way to Thor 3.
Oh, he's doing the
Doc,
Doom shit too, right?
yeah.
He's doing.
So
Oh yeah.
it's not easy for one man to create the best dynamic uh, Disney Plus
Oh,
shows.
see, but the fucked up
And
part is it shouldn't take one man. It's too many. You got too many fans. You got too many people that love this shit. Like it's
but
not like I
at,
mean,
it
like you
it
know,
is because
it's too many people.
to click together, I get it. I get it. You guys did not like certain seasons that he produced it. I get it. Or movies like the Marvels. I get it because it was like a girl boss trying to you know be this type of girl boss that everybody should care about. And majority of fans are males and they are chauvinist and realistic and they're like, come on, this chick cannot compare to me. Look at my broad shoulders. Like,
I mean,
I'll
Don't
knock a chick
forget
out.
about the way they came at the men.
Huh?
Let's not
but see,
forget about the
that's the
way
thing
they
though.
came
Like
at the
I
men.
mean,
They
Yeah.
came
everybody
out the
deserve
gate
their own superhero.
alienating
You
men.
feel me?
Don't forget about that. Do not
Everybody deserve
forget
their
about
own
I'm
that.
not gonna forget
superhero.
about that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
forget
so
about the
don't no
dancing
glazing
show
over
for
here.
30 minutes.
Well,
Why would I glaze on a 30-minute episode of these niggas dancing? Like I glazed off of it because it
how?
was a
You
smack
know
to the
what the thing is
face.
though? There is some cases where you got one of those females that go harder than every motherfucker that you know, every man that's in your that you know in your life. You feel me? Like it's some that really go hard. You feel me? Like go harder
Yeah,
than what I mean guys. You feel me? Like so
yeah.
like it goes
I
both
grew up
ways
watching
because like I said,
Xena,
male
the
and female.
warrior
Bro, that's my
princess.
shit. That's my
Like
shit. You see when they crossed
when I
together
was a kid.
Hercules, both of them
Yeah.
together was fire. Like what?
Oh hell
That's
yeah,
one of
bro.
my favorite
Like,
shows. Like
but
what?
a
That's what
modern
I'm saying. Like
audience. Let's go back to that. Modern audience don't like seeing this, and it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem of am I competing with my idealism or my religion? And people don't want to talk about this, Nas and Scott. That
yeah, but
they want to
it
talk
shouldn't have to go to
about
that because it's like, bro, you now you're going into your mind when it's just like I mean, it's just that you feel me. You ain't got to go like some people go too deep into it. I mean, like
I
with the
get it,
whole
but
female and
it
male
becomes
stuff.
a problem for when the movie is shown. They see this and they go back to their idealism and their religion, and then be like, nah, you feel me? That's the problem that this generation is having, and why certain producers, writers are trying to figure out the balance, and sometimes they win, sometimes they lose,
Yeah, I mean, you
and
just gotta bring
so
out the female superheroes. You feel me? They be bringing out some booty niggas. Like they be bringing out niggas that niggas don't even talk about. Like, I mean, Scarlet Witch. I'm cool with that, but Madam Web, I'm like, I don't know about all that. Like you feel me? Like Scarlet Witch is part of X Men. You feel me? So she, like I know her. I know her history. I know where she come from. I know her brother. You feel me? I know her powers. You feel me? I know what she can do. You feel me? Madam Web, it's the same thing, but it's like a little bit more boring in that sense. Like it wasn't as exciting. You feel me? Like no, I mean not every like we're not saying like every like
Madam
superhero
Web shouldn't
female
have
superhero have to
gotten her
be
own movie. She
exciting,
shouldn't have.
but no, I mean just like Captain Marvel, bitches is savage. You feel me? But it just I mean, when people see like like softer like females, like
Mm-hmm.
like softer superheroes, they get bent out of shape.
Mm. But again, talking about these different shows that Kevin Feige created, and this is a Sony Entertainment, so we don't know what's gonna happen because this is
Yeah,
a twofer. This is Sony, no, threefer. This is a three style type of shit right now. You got Sony executive producer, then you got Amazon, then you got MGM. I know MGM got some
yeah, MGM got the
crazy
bread. They
seasons on their shit on
yo
MGM Plus. I don't
they
I
put in work.
haven't
They put in work.
subscribed, but I'm sure.
They done put in some major work right there. That's like those names that you put together in one pot is like that's some serious. That's a serious meal. You feel me? Like that's
Yeah,
a
you know what
serious
I'm
dish.
saying? Like you got a nice cheeseburger. You know what I mean? You got a
But
nice
that's what I'm saying. For them to for it to be like cringe though, like for you know what I mean, some of them to be cringe. I like it's like it's a little disappointing, but I got I got my fill with some of the things that he brought out, like X-Men '97. That was a good fill, like that was good meal. You feel me?
yeah,
Deadpool, that was a nice little buffet. You feel me? Like nice little. I mean, it was some of the movies and shows was it was good. I mean,
yeah,
it was just the ones that they threw out and they thought like, oh, somebody was going to agree with it, like, oh yeah, this is good. Like it was those that we didn't like why did you even
yeah.
do this? I guess they were just like testing it out type shit. But those are the ones we was like, you doing too much. You feel me? Like
But
what's
Amazon
Mobius?
Prime,
Like Mobius, that was another one. Like nah, I don't like that shit. Like,
but Amazon Prime is part of this. So Amazon
oh yeah,
Prime
that's
comes with
cool
the
too.
biggest hits. The biggest hits like
Yeah, facts.
Execution, like some John Wick type shit, like some nigga
Oh,
that
so they already anticipating it to be big already. To
I
be
mean,
as big as that they putting it. They're already anticipating it. They're like, yo, this is
yeah,
gonna be
'cause
big.
the people that's on the ball court, you
Nigga,
know,
once you said Nicolas
they
Cage, you already know it's over, nigga. Like
like
niggas gonna be tuning into that.
they got their
Like,
six
like you
man,
feel me?
like
Like what?
they got their six man on the court, like they like come and see if they can beat me. But the only people that can beat them is the fans. Is the fans and the people that's going to be watching and see that how many viewership
Facts.
is going to happen to Amazon Prime and MGM.
I'm gonna give them their
But
flowers. They
until
tried.
then,
They tried to give. They tried to go to the fans' needs, but at the same time, they was like, it was dilly dallying too, man. It was it was holding back a little bit. I mean, it was definitely
word.
holding back a little bit.
Until then,
But, I mean,
this is
that's some
all
good.
theorizing and stuff like that. The Knicks uh, news that's gonna be coming out about Spider-Man No War is gonna be probably in 2025 because like I believe that is coming out on 2025. Uh, except for 2025, I believe. Uh, so they haven't because they haven't said anything yet about it. They greenlit it in May 14, 2024. So hopefully we will get another shot of updates that's going to be coming probably in January. I don't if it comes out on Christmas, hey, we're gonna talk about it in January. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna know more stuff that's coming out because we just had that shit come out like 2 weeks ago and shit. So we gotta be seeing how things is gonna happen, how things is gonna be because this is only season one. So until then, we'll talk about it and then we'll see if your theory is right, Sky. Back to Blacklist, back to Narcos, like you said.
Facts.
Now, I want to
It's
jump
nice to
in.
see you. Nice to
I
see you
want to
too.
jump into Spider-Man. Spider-Man 4. He, the best guy. I never thought that he would do this. He went to the Tonight Show and said when the film is coming, when everything is coming. So it's 10 minutes long. This is my first time listening to it. I didn't watch the Fallon Tonight Show. Um, Hopefully that we watch it together, and then we're gonna be able to see uh, what plot twists and what uh, things that he's gonna express of conversations that he's gonna be having with Fallon. Hopefully, he asks the right questions, so we won't have to theorize as much. Hopefully, is gonna be Noah is gonna be part of it. Hopefully, Noah is gonna be part of it. If not, we hopefully Andrew Garfield. I'm still shooting out for Andrew Garfield to be able to have his own solo movie so they could finish out his trilogy. Um, so yeah, I'm about to watch this with y'all at the same time to see what can I get out from this interview.
It's my first time in here.
Yeah, that's true.
We did it on Zoom
We were
last time.
zooming, yeah, but I appreciate you doing that because it's hard to. That was a confusing time for the world and hard to get guests and everything. And you,
I was meeting with all these people and was kind of pitching the idea of what I wanted to do. They seemed eager, and we got to work. We started tasting things. The first 6 rounds were absolutely disgusting.
yeah,
And then we finally got
you really
something.
got in there. You really.
Yeah, we were tasting, we were sampling, we were trying everything that was out on the market.
I have to try this. What did you
Well, let's
bring?
crack
With
it
what?
open.
What'd you bring?
Talking about beers. They didn't ask the right questions. He just said that this summer next year this summer that they will be getting the ball rolling of producing this film. That's pretty much it. I know that it's gonna be coming out 2026. It's gonna be coming out 2026 when before Doctor Doom or after Doctor Doom. That's when it's gonna start. Yeah, July 24, 2026. That's when it's gonna start. It's gonna start right after Doomsday. So after Avengers Doomsday, then it's gonna be Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Then after that, it's gonna be July 24th. So we're gonna be as fans gonna be good, because it's also right after that. In the same year, it's gonna be Batman 2. So it's gonna be a lot of going on with Spider-Man. There's no plot twists right now with Spider-Man 4, because the person that's doing this, he's good at what he does. I don't know if you guys know who he is. I think his name is Muschietti or me. Because it's not Matt Raimi. If anybody was thinking that. Matt Tomahawk. He's the man with the plan. The man with the plan. So hopefully we get a good one. I'm hoping they bring a no element to it. I'm hoping Noah's gonna be talked about more. Hopefully, we get something like that. If not, we might have a problem. I, have a- I think that we might have a problem because they're bringing it to where Kingpin, and that's adding a element where Daredevil is. I don't know what your thoughts on that, Scott. Where they might not bring no element to it. They just have no on the back burner. Where Sony just uh create that because they did say that there's gonna be more storytelling of no. Venom is not gonna be the main lead, so it's gonna be no its own origin story. How y'all guys feel about these dynamics
Word.
that could happen, might not happen? Word
So you
on
saying like so you just said like the whole Venom movie is gonna be on about Null.
no, not Venom the Last Dance. Venom
Oh,
the Last Dance is is kind of it's kind of introducing that a little bit, but not as much as you think, because it's Eddie Brock's story. It's
I
Eddie
mean, yeah,
Brock's
okay,
origin.
but it's more the origin of Venom. So it's more like Venom's story. That's where Null comes into play because that's where he came from, type shit. So that's understandable. As far as the Spider-Man, like you probably gonna see a couple of things in it, but I don't think they're gonna add. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like strongly about like I mean, I think they're gonna add like a little couple of things of Venom in it, but not like too much.
Mm, okay.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna add mad shit into it or like you said the story is supposed to be Kingpin.
That's what people are thinking. Like they might bring in Daredevil
I
because
don't see nothing special there.
they want it. Kevin Feige wants to be grounded. They want it to be
Okay.
grounded, so they might bring that element to it where
So I don't see
Daredevil is
no I
part
don't
of
see
it.
no Venom. I don't see none of that in that. If that's the case, I think it's just gonna be like a regular story. You feel me? It's gonna be a regular Spider-Man. I don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna have any like. I don't think it's gonna be like how the last one's gonna be. Like if he's gonna make it more grounded, then he's gonna just do Spider-Man, and then he'll probably like add like Daredevil or something to it. It
and
ain't
then
gonna be
add the
like
element of Doctor Doom
yeah.
because
I oh Doctor Doom. See that now that'd be a surprise. That'd be a surprise. Because where the
that's
fuck does he come into play? Oh
Secret
yeah,
Wars.
okay, yeah. No, but I mean like but I'm now remembering this nigga Tony Stark obviously is fucking
Hmm.
Doom. So no, I mean now I get it because he the one who gave him the Spider Man suit with the technology to it and shit.
Yeah,
So now he got to face the nigga that gave him the suit. You feel me? Like now he got to face the nigga that his mentor pretty much. That's like when Luke went to turned to Dark Vader and shit. Like
yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's gonna fight the master. But I mean, it should be cool. I look at it as going to be like a typical Spider-Man. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be as good as like the last one. Like the last one had all three of them in it, and then he said he doesn't even know if they even like if they do some shit like that, he's not going to never know because they don't never tell him.
Mm,
When they brought in
yeah,
the other two, they had on cloaks. He didn't even see them. Like he didn't see them until they got on set. He
yeah.
didn't even
He
know.
said, yeah, he
You feel
did
me?
say that.
So whatever they put into it, he's not going to know.
Yeah, you're right
So
about that.
they can do whatever they want. They can put any type of surprises they want to put into it. No realism. But I don't. But like I said, like if it's just like Kingpin and then the Daredevil and all that, I don't think the Venom shit gonna come into play. It'd probably be something happening in the background or something, or they're gonna have like a couple Easter eggs.
Yeah, they might go with that route.
I don't know, man. I feel like
like you know, it's a Spider-Man movie, so you know, like it's not much they could really do. Like, I mean, we you know we probably expecting him to have the Venom suit and all that stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that they're going to take that way. Like, you know, what I mean, they might just do it. You know, they might just like he said, he might do it more like grounded, like you know, a little bit more like just Spider-Man. He's facing one of his greatest foes. Like, you try to keep it, keep it like not extra. You feel me? Like he pretty much seemed like he's saying he's not going all out. You feel me? He's gonna make this a good movie, and it's gonna be the last one, or it's gonna be four. You feel me?
Yeah, because
That's how I see it.
this is going to be a sequel. So it says here on IMDb, it's going to be a sequel. So I don't know what type of sequel this would be, but this is Daniel. This is Dustin Daniel Creighton. He's very
Mm.
good for what he does. Dustin Daniel, he the one created Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. So
Oh, okay.
he knows what he's doing as a producer. You know, he he also did glass the Glass Castle and Just Mercy. So we will be able to see. I'm cool with Dustin Daniel anyway, because like he knows how to do this. He knows what's what's needed because he he's good at directing. And then you got Steve Ditko. He the one started the whole comic book of Spider-Man, and also he the one created every Spider-Man, including Madam Web. He's the writer. So far as producing, they should have had a better producer, but you know, beast they own, right? And then you got Chris McKenna. He he did Smile. He did Quiet Place. He's known for uh all the rest of the Spider-Man, No Way Home, Far From Home, Homecoming. So he the writing is good because I heard Smile is weird and it shows a
Oh
lot.
yeah, nah, that shit crazy.
Yeah,
That shit
Spider.
crazy.
Yeah, Smile is crazy. Quiet Place, crazy.
That's
So
crazy too. Yep. Yep.
and then you got another writer that also did Ghosted. So you you have good writers. You have good writers in this next upcoming Spider-Man 4 and director Daniel. He's good at what he does. I'm sure that he's gonna give us um, good storytelling with this. I just hope that we get something instead of Kingpin. Because if we have if he goes against Kingpin, then Daredevil is gonna come into that element, and if not, he gonna be talked about. You know,
I don't know, man. That seemed kind of boring though.
yeah,
Like, I don't
that's
know.
why I'm
Like,
saying like
it just
um
seemed kind of boring.
in order for Kevin Feige to pivot to the multiverse ending quickly, he's gonna have to make Spider-Man uh, this type of movie quicker to get to a
Facts.
story that falls into like the aftermath of Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
and then jump into uh, Joker. I mean, Secret Wars.
Venom. It
No,
was, yeah.
Secret Wars.
Yeah,
If
because
he,
Venom. The only thing I can say about Venom is the only way they can put Venom in a part of that is if like something like say like in the Venom movie something's happening in New York at the same time as like I mean as Spider Man, like Peter Parker doing something, or
mhm.
like he notices something, like that's the only way I can think they'll put like Venom in that. I
Yeah,
mean,
because like you know,
As far as Doctor Doom goes, that's gonna be a nice tricky one, because if you got Doctor Doom there, you gotta have like I mean, I wouldn't be surprised you see Fantastic Four come out of nowhere. or like they have like some type of Easter egg for them. I mean, I think it's gonna have like a bunch of Easter eggs, if anything.
Yeah, because like if they bring that element, like like Venom is in part of his universe, then he attached himself to Venom, and then Eddie Brock finds out because of the hive mind. Then
Or
you
he goes
know,
fight. He fights Kingpin with the black suit.
yeah,
That'd be interesting.
yeah,
That would be a little
dog,
interesting.
yeah, and then he's gonna have to probably stop
But you know
himself
what
from
the crazy
killing.
part about that is I think he doesn't he kill Kingpin with the black suit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they could bring that element, but and then they could bring an element
It's possible.
where where they bring Thor into the movie because this is part of his storytelling too because the Necro Sword
Okay.
because of the
Yeah,
Necro Sword.
facts.
So
Yeah, you got a couple people. You got a couple people that's supposed to be around.
yeah, so it's a lot that they could bring in to finish this multiverse saga because they're trying to finish it quicker
I
and
don't know.
not trying.
They didn't sound like he didn't sound too excited. Like he sounded excited about the movie, but it wasn't like it wasn't like yo, this is gonna be the newest movie of the
Mm,
winter. Just like it wasn't like that. It was like oh, this is gonna be Spider Man, and we're gonna give you the best. Like you know what I mean, we're gonna give you the best story. You know what I mean, he was just talking about it. It wasn't like I mean, he wasn't hyping
yeah,
it up or nothing. Like I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't
I
nothing
seen
like too
that.
hyped.
I seen that.
I mean,
So
he was more intrigued to talking about himself than anything.
yeah, right.
Yeah, he was more intrigued to talking about himself. Like he was excited about the movie, but he was just like, you know, I'm just happy to be a Spider Man again. Like it wasn't just like one of those.
Yeah, but we'll definitely see how this uh dynamic happens. There's gonna be more stories. I'm glad that we're getting another Spider-Man. I didn't
Yeah,
expect
I just need
that.
to know the
I didn't
plot a little
expect
bit
that
more.
Tom Holland was gonna be Spider-Man 4. I didn't expect that. I
We knew
rather
that. We knew
not
that. We
cut.
knew that since the last time we talked. We knew that
Yeah,
already. We already
nah.
knew that. We already knew
I had
that.
suspicions. I had suspicions, but I wanted them to bring out Andrew
You,
Garfield
s-
to
you said
finish
it.
that.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. Tom Holland. Yeah, you definitely did say Andrew Garfield. Yep.
Yeah, like I wanted
Damn.
him to
Oh,
finish
that's
his
crazy,
trilogy.
yo.
Yeah,
That's crazy. They chose Tom Holland. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah. That's the crazy part, but it is what it is, and because like Andrew Garfield said
Oh,
himself, like
that's the second one, right?
yeah,
That's the
this,
second Spider Man. Ah,
yeah, that's the second one. Yep, that's with Gwen
yeah,
Stacy.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
with him
I remember
possibly
now.
having the symbiote suit, and they could also have because like this is so
Oh,
crazy.
that's the same storyline too, right? That's like they in the same universe, right?
And
Venom and Spider Man,
yes,
and that's Spider Man. Okay,
yes,
yeah,
because
that's why.
they could do this, have Andrew Garfield be Sony's Spider Man, and have Tom
That'd be dope.
Holland be MCU's Spider Man. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
So
facts,
because they already
facts.
have that element of crossover of of different Earths
That's
and
because they
shit.
crossed it over already. That's because
Yeah,
they already did it in one movie, so they can possibly do it again. But like he said, he didn't even know. He like, bro, I don't even know if they have anything surprises or anything. They don't let me know anything. Like nigga didn't even know that the other two Spider Man was going to be there. He didn't even, bro. He said that his suit came all in one piece, and their suits had gloves. And he was like, I want gloves, and they was like, we can't give you gloves, and they had gloves. Like they
yeah.
already treat him bad. So
So yeah,
it could be an okay movie. Like it just depends on the storyline because it could be a very boring. Like it could. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be like a box office hit or something. Like it's gonna be a Spider Man. It's gonna be a Spider Man, but I don't think it's gonna be the best movie. Like I mean, like I think it's gonna be a good Spider Man movie type shit.
but yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see because like they have so many different elements that they could choose from. They could choose from
Right.
getting the symbiote suit. They could also have it where Spider Man fights Black Cat. Spider Man fights Black Cat, then that's when Kingpin and Craven the Hunter happens. They could do it that way, or they could bring it where uh, Tom Holland just found out about Spider Girl. He didn't close. He didn't like close everybody because when Ned called for Spider Man, that's when the other two Spider Mans came through, and they didn't talk about how she could have came into his universe. She could be probably in the background, not knowing anything, because
Who won?
huh?
Who are you
Yeah,
talking about?
Gwen.
Gwen?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Gwen. Because
But you
like
know,
she's
if
she's
she don't,
Spider
you
Girl.
know, you seen the storyline when she don't dies, right? You know, he becomes the Punisher and shit. That
Yeah.
shit is fire. That shit is dope.
So
No,
yeah,
I mean, they could bring her back, but like I said, if they bring her in it, they have to bring Miles. Miles have to be in it. Like he has to
mm,
be. Like there's
yeah,
no
that's another
possible way you're gonna
element.
have Gwen and not have Miles. Like
That's another element. That's another element to this whole fiasco of Spider-Man 4. But in order for them to finish this multiverse saga, I believe their intention is gonna be faced on a little bit of the street level, then getting ahead to where Doctor Doom starts trouble. Hopefully that is the case. If not,
that's fire.
then the multiverse saga is gonna be a little bit longer, and understanding the complexity of why Marvel chose Spider-Man to fit into the multi saga. Like if they're not fitting in with these themes that we're addressing, and
I mean, shit.
themes
He in
that
New York. He got to be part of it. He in New
yes,
York, so he got to be part of that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we definitely gonna find out. We definitely gonna see. Uh, Nas, any thoughts that possibly could happen in this type of theory that we're talking about here, Nas? Any ideas that you coming across that could be possibly happen with the Spider-Man 4?
Um, Pardon me, I'm barely managing to keep up because I'm currently at work.
Oh,
Yeah, but the ones that did come to my head that I've seen are ones that I've seen out there. I did share them the last time that I was aboard.
yes.
So yeah, those are all that I got.
Okay, that
Now
makes.
in terms of how will they make it work given how everything is in flux these days?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
Okay, that
Not
make.
sure. There's nothing concrete that gives me any hope. But as Sky said, it's not gonna be the next movie to come is not gonna be like the best thing. It's just gonna be a good movie. There's not gonna be really any
Right.
standouts in my head, I think.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I don't think it's gonna be nothing major. It's gonna be like, a Spider-Man movie. You know what I
There's gonna be
mean? I
something
don't
to
think
just
it's gonna be.
cruise on by.
Yeah, facts. Right. I don't think it's gonna be like, what I mean, like Spider Verse was like the top of it. Now they coming down type shit.
And especially when you consider that the Spider Verse is supposed to be one of the biggest like multiversal stories in Marvel history,
Facts.
outside of what's it called again? Outside of Ultimate Universe or whatever. The Spider Verse because of Madam Web and all these other elements that come with. Usually it's a big deal, but they screwed up Madam Web, so you already killed your argument there to have it done in an efficient way. Plus, there's always talk about the multiverse being played out and dead. So who at this point who cares?
Mm.
So the timing of it all matters, and I think they missed that time or they waited too long. And this whole time, they well for this year the only Marvel movie that came out was Deadpool and Madam Web. That's not much to work with.
Okay.
And that's the best place you could have slid in the Spider-Man for multiversal movie if you want to do multiverse one more time. That would have been the best time. Then have Deadpool come and say the multiverse is done, and then you move on with your more grounded stories if that's what you care about.
Okay. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. We definitely, we don't have too much talking about it because it just happened 2 weeks ago that
Hmm.
we
Missed
just got.
opportunity.
We definitely gonna see the dynamics. We definitely gonna shoot for the stars for Spider-Man 4. Hopefully, hopefully
Mm.
it outpaces the last one with Spider-Man 3. Hopefully it
Doubt it.
outpaces it. Hopefully
Mm.
it gives it that umph. If not, we're gonna critique it. We're gonna give it
Mm.
that smackaroo. We definitely gonna be like, yo, this ain't better than
And
three.
you do remember the college trilogy idea that I'd sent you, right?
Yes,
Correct?
yes,
Because
Yes, yes,
I saw you
sir.
mention some stuff from there. Just I was like, oh, okay, he paying attention. That's what's up.
yeah. I pay attention a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I do uh, see that this Spider-Man 4 it has a lot of elements that Kevin Feige and all the writers that's involved, they're gonna be choosing different elements, and hopefully, what he said was that from a last podcast that he was in, that he said it himself that he loves the way the writing is. He was jumping for joy that the way the creation was going. He loved it, but he feel as though, again, this is from his own words. He feel as though that he has the courage. I want to say power, but courage to stand
Hey,
up to stand up to them and say, this is what I want. This is what is possible to make it more uh, crime driven or drama driven to make it stand out. He feels that level of confidence within himself, and on top of that, he's a fan. So I'm sure that Tom Holland is gonna give us the best of the best, because he's not only Spider-Man in our MC timeline of growing up with him. He's also is gonna be the best person for this case, and he's gonna give it all his shot. Because at the same token, it's like if I'm gonna make $10, I'm gonna make $20. If I'm gonna make $20, I'm gonna make $40. So he's always trying to up the game. So because the last three was all steps and stepping stones for him. So each and every one of them I loved. He just topped after top after top after top. Hopefully he still got that sting, because not many actors and writers can go forth for Spider-Man's, because as you can see with Tony Maguire's Spider-Man, there was only how many guys, how many Tony Maguires did we see? Two, three,
no, Tobey Maguire's that's three,
three. Boom.
It was
Andrew
three.
Gar
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, how many?
two.
Yeah, three.
Yo, y'all gotta
Two.
stop coming for these people, you know. You just stop coming
Yeah,
for
two or
these
three.
people.
So I'm saying, like, it's difficult. I don't know
The
back
times are
then.
different,
Actually,
my
no, he only
guy.
had two.
It
The
could
times are
be.
different. Stop coming for these people.
It could. I have to because if
Oh
you're
man.
bringing Spider-Man element and you're bringing these storytelling, it needs to be that type of way, because at that back in the day, I get that the back in the day was a problem that they couldn't do Spider-Man 3 with Tony Maguire or Andrew Garfield. I get it, but
They
they
did
have
have
the.
Spider-Man 3. He had the black suit.
Yeah, he's talking about Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I'm talking
Oh
about
no, he
them
only
not
had
having
two,
a
right?
Andrew
fourth.
Yeah.
Garfield.
I'm talking about them not having a
No,
fourth,
oh, he had
where
three. Yeah.
where
Okay.
at least Tony Maguire's Spider-Man.
He should
I
have had a
believe that
fourth.
trilogy is over with, because
He
it
should
it
have had a
it,
fourth.
it finished. The trilogy finished in Spider-Man No Way Home. He said that he's a
Good.
father
That's a good
now.
point.
He's this and that now. So the trilogy of Tony Maguire is over. But Andrew Garfield, remember, he said in the movie, "I didn't face an alien. I didn't face an alien. I wanted to face an alien." So that's why I was like, "Yo, you should finish that trilogy with no and that, so it won't be
Ah.
So it won't be no competition with Tom Holland where he got to face Doctor Doom in Secret Wars. So that's where I was like, yo, let him finish the trilogy with that instead of try us as a fans trying to figure out which element that they're gonna go with. You know, us man.
It's funny you
I don't
say
think
that.
what I don't think it matters what
It's funny you
Spider-Man they're
say
gonna
that.
use.
You know what
I
would have
think
been
it's the story
perfect?
that matters the most.
I'll just say that. You know what I
Exactly.
would I think would have been perfect
What's up?
is that not you. Um, is if they had it so that the Andrew Garfield Spider Man was linked with the Tom Hardy's Venom. Why do I say this? We saw how he was brought to his lowest point at the death of Gwen Stacy, and
Yes.
then that's it. You hear nothing more about it, about that movie. Once it was done, that was it, and everything else was in flux. Now they brought him back, and he was saying how after the death of Gwen, he allowed himself to get to a dark place,
Yes.
Yeah,
and we
and
can assume that
isn't
this
that supposed to be
happened.
like the end of Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be
yeah.
the end of
That's
his
what I'm talking about. That's
Spider-Man.
what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He
Like
said that
that's crazy.
he stopped pulling his punches. That
Mm.
is in my head. He stopped pulling his punches. This would have been the perfect time to slip a Venom story in there, just off screen. That he could talk about it and say, well,
Facts.
he was in contact with alien life. In
But
fact,
but the writer didn't chose that. The writer wanted you to have that
true.
background where what's going on? Is
But
this
that would
a
have been dope. But here's the thing now. He could have hinted at this Null character, and now we get a Venom movie with said Null character now. Hey,
mm-hmm.
that would
I
have
think
been
the only
perfect.
thing
But
that's
they
gonna
didn't go
the
that route.
only thing that's
It's
gonna
fine.
boost it up is him getting the Venom suit. Other than that, other than him not getting the Venom suit, it's like it's nothing else really. It's nothing else you could really put like for real, like in all realism,
Yeah,
like when
that's
it
done
comes
now.
to
That's a
movies,
done
like
deal.
it's nothing really else you can do, bro. Like I mean, if you're not giving him the Venom suit right now, which Venom is going on right now, if you're not giving him a Venom suit, then what is the plot really about? Like, what are y'all like?
Very
You know what I
true.
mean, what are y'all trying to show? Like, what are y'all trying to accomplish with this?
Mm.
Like, how is it playing with everything? You know what I mean? Like, how's it coming to play as far as Venom comes and then the Secret Wars and all that? Like, how does that play into it? That's the real question.
Because
But
remember,
it all depends on the plot of the story.
Null comes from the entity of the Celestials. So
Facts. And he has his
so
own planet.
Wasn't
you
he around before the Celestials?
yes.
He killed Celestials too.
So
I think he
there's
killed
that.
like I think he killed all of them. Actually, I think he killed all of them, and
He
like he's
killed
the
them
one who
because
killed
they
all of
wouldn't
them.
shut up.
Yeah, he killed all of them.
They were too noisy, and the light was too much for him.
And then he took all the symbiotes and he made his own planet. And well, it wasn't his own planet. The symbiotes pretty much bound him into the planet, like into a. It's all symbiotes, just but it looks like a planet. It's just all symbiotes together. And it's like it's supposed to be a cage.
So yeah, there you have it. Like you know what I'm saying. So I see Pat. You quiet there trying to figure out the theories that's going on with Spider-Man Noir, uh, Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland so far. How you feeling about the dynamics that's going on with these two Spider-Mans that's going on that's gonna be coming out in the next 2 to 3 years?
Say that again.
I said, how do you feel about the situation that's going on with two Spider-Mans that's going to be coming out in the next 2 to 3 years, where you got Spider-Man 4, that their elements might be where he has the symbiote suit, he has to face off No, the Dark King. Then you have another element where he has to face off Doctor Doom. Then you have another element where it's more grounded that he faces off Kingpin. Then with Spider-Man Noir, you got an element where it's all prohibition. It's all uh, wartime from 1930s. How you feel about those type of elements that's gonna be intertwined to Spider-Man: No War and Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland?
Uh, I'm really more excited for the noir,
Okay,
only because it's something Oh my god! Only because it's something different, like than what we usually get when it comes down to like Spider Man.
okay, that makes sense. That definitely that definitely makes sense. Cause yeah, I can't wait for that either.
Cause I always heard of, I really never. Like, I seen him in the like the animated shit, but like I never really seen him. Like I just knew of him because like in the games they would have his suit to unlock, or like you unlock his suits like when you do a couple missions or whatnot. But like I never really seen like Noir in action. Like I don't know like what's gonna be showcased in that movie. So I'm just looking forward to that for real, for real. The regular
Word.
Spider Man, I'm excited for it too. But like Noir is really on my mind.
Word. I like the sound of that. But we're definitely gonna see the dynamics of what's gonna be happening. There's gonna be, of course, new updates that's gonna be happening. We will definitely come back to it where the scoopers, the people that's looking into it, that give us uh plot twists that we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna definitely talk more about it when those scoopers happen. They're gonna tell us, what the synopsis is gonna be based off. We're just, going with different theories of what could be possibly happen thus far with the elements that we have now that Spider-Man 4 is in talks and also in development. The last thing I want to talk about is Blade. Guys, get ready because I'm gonna do a little bit of ranting myself. I'm gonna be cursing a little bit. I'm gonna be angry. If you got your kids around, if you got underage people, get ready to mute yourself or lower
Talk that
down
shit.
your volume so you won't hear the aggressiveness that I have on Blade. Right now, I don't like the fact that they even put this on delay. You got Mahershala Ali trying to cope with these niggas, trying to tell these niggas, oh, it's all right. I'm okay with the what's going on. I'm glad that they delayed it. Whoop de whoop. I'm like, come on, bruh. Like, you got us fans waiting and waiting and waiting for Blade to happen. We're waiting to see the dynamics that's gonna be part of that particular entity, like the Sinister Six, or the other set things that's gonna be happening and shit like that. On top of that, Pat, there was a game faced on with Blade, right? With Blade, Spider Man, uh, the other guy, I can't think of him right now, but Luke Cage used to play him. Then you got also uh, Johnny Rain played him too.
In
So
Marvel Alliance.
I think it was Marvel Alliance. You've seen those different type of dynamics, and you also have uh, Mephisto part of it. So I don't understand why they wanted to, branch off. Maybe it's because the reason why they branched off like the way they did was because they wanted to add in Spider-Man. They wanted to add in Spider-Man and bring Spider-Man earlier. Because Blade was supposed to come out the same year of November, and it's like what It's like, come on, you had your three, now you just took off the three and put in Spider-Man to try to finish off the trilogy. I get it. Maybe it's because that the reason why they slide them all to the left was because
Oh, I
they're
thought it
right.
wasn't hard. I thought it
I
wasn't
thought,
hard.
but that's what the fans were saying. The fans were saying, "Oh, it's not hard," but it seems like they're having a hard time trying to bring it to forefront. And I think what's missing from the element is the person that did John Wick. The person that did John Wick was very awesome as producing John Wick. So if they get him on board, Blade would be a better producing element because you need that element of style of bringing the sword to the camera. And the person that did John Wick did that. Or you can bring in the element of the Kingsman. The Kingsman was very good. The Kingsman, the
Ooh, I
Kingsman,
fucks with you right now. Yes.
you know what I mean? So
Ooh, yes.
I, these shows of these movies of element that I seen could bring in that blade element by bringing the sword to camera of deep tissue, or they could do the Jackie Chan type shit too, or Jet Li type shit too. Know what I mean? By bringing that element with it too, with the fighting style. So it all depends on why they chose the way they chose. Are they waiting for a better producer to come in, or are they in talks with with, with producers to come in to finish off the writing style of it, or the elements that's missing? Because as again, we seen um Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is not her story is not finished. Scarlet Witch trilogy is not done, you know, because like she's part of Mephisto's storyline. So Blade is also part of Mephisto's storyline too. So we're we're in flux. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the same token, I'm kind of fucking angry that they can't bring this fucking shit to fruition. And nobody's getting younger. Like nobody's getting younger. We want to see fucking Blade. And what they're doing is hurting the fans to be like, "Yo, I got some candy for you."
They
Then when
can
you
do it.
open
They
the
don't want to risk
fucking,
the money.
then when you open the fucking door, you don't have no fucking candy. Why are you gonna tell me you got candy and you don't got no fucking candy? Not even a piece of chocolate. Not even a piece of kiss. You just say that you got candy. You just bullshit. Like that's the type of mode I'm on, guys. Like Nas and Sky, like I'm dead up. Like I'm up to the point where what the fuck? You said you're gonna give me some treats, and you did, and I come posted up at your crib.
I'm
You
not
ain't
mad
give me
because
shit.
it was expected. I expected them to do that. Like it was either they was gonna do it or they was gonna bail out. I told you they was gonna bail out. Like because they can't do it. Like it's either a hit or a miss. Like for that one. Like that's because like I said, that's a hard movie. Like Blading is not nothing like simple. Like you know what I mean, all three of those movies had to be like they had to put the most money into those three movies, bro. Like all three of those Blade movies,
The
bro,
concept
was
in and of
rightfully
itself is
perfectly
not that
good. Like
difficult to figure out, though.
Hold up, Nas. What were you saying, Scott?
like the the all three of the movies was great. You feel me? So for them to get that same feeling, it's gonna be hard for them to do that, especially in the era that we in right now. Like that's a classic. You feel me? Like for them to you got to take another classic. Now you got to take something that was a classic and try to make it just as good as a classic. That's why I said it's gonna be hard. But I knew he was gonna bail out. I knew he wasn't. They wasn't gonna. I knew they wasn't like up for it. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to waste the money, but they don't know how it's gonna go, and they probably think that they're not gonna make most of their money back off that. That's how I feel about it.
Hmm.
But that movie, like, nah, I mean, that's like they can fuck that movie up, like they can fuck it up really bad, like you know what I mean, like 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 if we're talking about a Blade movie, like we're expecting the Blade movie to be like grade A, but
they can fuck it up to the point where it's really, really bad, and then that's one of those movies that we ain't gonna be able to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we can't talk about it because it's gonna be so garbage. Like, it's gonna be cringe, bro. Like, because they're not doing it properly. Like, they're not trying to take the time to do that shit, man. And I like Blade. Like, I was a fan of all three Blade movies. Like, I like the people that they had in it. I liked the storyline. Wesley Snipes played a perfect Blade. You feel me? Like, even the dude that they got playing Blade right now, like he seems like a good part. You feel me? It's just they don't want to take the time, bro. Like, you know how they are, bro. They don't want to take the time to make no Blade movie, bro, especially when a lot of people not really not really into Blade. You feel me? They didn't push Blade enough throughout the years. So to come out of nowhere and make a Blade movie is kind of like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like, for example, when they did Men in Black International.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? After all the Men in Blacks they done did, they like, oh well, we're gonna do another Men in Black, even though it's not Will Smith. It should still be the same as Men in Black. No, no, it's not the same. Like, it is not the same, sir. Like, I mean, so like I said, I feel like they was either gonna try or they was gonna throw it out. I already knew it was either they was gonna try it or they was gonna do it. Like, they don't want to spend money on that.
How you feeling? How you feeling about that, Nas? What were you saying, Nas? Because you had some deep tissue talks too.
The concept of a Blade movie should not be that hard to fathom or to make a reality. If it's just bring just, it's not that. It's, when it, I think when you try to overcomplicate the film, that's when, or the idea, that's when you start having problems. You can open that one. Um, it's a pretty simple, straightforward thing. A dude that kills vampires. In England. What's so hard about that? That's the first thing. The second thing is, you can't use the thought of, oh, because the classic is, they don't want to mess it up.
Hmm.
Tobey Maguire Spider Man was a classic, but we have they did Andrew Garfield and they did Tom Holland, so
Hmm.
that's just a good one. And also, please bear in mind that they said they're gonna do a Wonder Man movie with what's his name again? Yahamata. Damn, I get his name wrong. I fuck up his name all the time, so I'm not gonna try.
Hmm.
But the dude who played Black Manta,
Okay.
and they said that they were gonna do a live action Wonder Man with him. You heard
Hmm.
anything about it?
Yeah.
No.
It's still produ- It's
So,
still it's still in production.
mm-hmm.
So it's still in production. It's just I haven't
So
heard any
I,
more news
as the
about
other
that.
person said, I have no, I don't right now. I have no faith in them. Um, right now, it's just whatever they show. I'm like, oh, I guess that's what they're doing. And until that's what I said from the beginning. Until I see something concrete, I'm not buying a damn single one of these stories that I'm hearing, even if it's coming from the horse's mouth themselves. Until I see something concrete, in the theaters or on the streaming service or whatever. If that doesn't happen, I don't care about it. It's gonna just be in production limbo until whenever they decide. Until they say, you know what, we're not even gonna bother worrying about it anymore. It's not worth it. It's too much work. Too much work, or you just have something against black people.
Mm. Why
That's
you want to
facts.
go? Why you want to go there, brother? Why?
Me
Why?
Because
personally,
every
I
time,
didn't
because
want
every
to
time
go
they try to
there.
do a
I
black
didn't
movie,
want to
they
go
always want
there.
to either chug it or niggas don't want to do it, or like they always do that dumb shit, bro. Because like for example, they was been supposed to do a Stag Shock movie, they didn't do that. You feel me?
there we
Like,
go.
and
There
that would
we
have been
go.
fire. Like,
Damn, y'all going
So
that
instead of
deep?
recast, so you want to say why I want
sometimes
to
it
go
is
the
though.
black route? Okay, so instead
Like,
of
you see,
recasting
you see, they did
T'Challa,
one Black Panther. They're not gonna do another
instead
one.
of recasting T'Challa, they went Shuri. But because they said, oh, that's not what Chadwick Boseman and his family wanted. But they themselves said, hey, the character is bigger than me. Recast if you need to. And they're like, oh, now the one black movie, one strong black movie is enough. We don't need another one. Eh. But
Yeah,
yet the
you
out
see how
here
you see
recasting
the repercussions of the
the
second
guy
one.
who's gonna play Red Hulk died, so they recast him on the fly. You didn't even notice it.
Facts.
Immediately, man's got recasted, and bunch of other people. So even as a matter of fact, they brought back RDJ as another character before they actually say, you know what, hold off on that for now. Let's try to work with what we got. Let's work with Yahamata Ali. Mahershala
Mahershala
Ali.
Ali,
He's
yeah.
he's a very great actor. I I'm always encapsulated by anything that this man does.
Hmm.
If something is a flop, him and Nick Cage, you know that their acting or their parts are gonna be a standout. Off rip, you know that.
Nigga,
Yeah.
they got one Spawn movie. like, like they have one Spawn movie. Like, his Spawn is like one of the top, like
So yes,
anti-heroes. You
so
feel
I'm
me?
playing
Like
the
he
black card.
doesn't even have another movie. Like they didn't say nothing about him getting another movie. Like Blade is one of those niggas that they put in the back. They like, yeah, like nah, I mean, you gonna get
It's
this,
not
and
that
then
hard to make a Blade movie.
But for
If
them, it
was
seems. But for
if it
them,
was so
if
it
hard to
it's
do
is
if
though.
it's
It
not
kind of
that
is though,
Blade,
because it's like,
Blade
if
what
it's
else
TV
not
can he
that
series would
do?
hard.
not
You
have
feel me? Like
existed.
you gotta have to either do a reboot or have a new storyline for the nigga, like, or have a couple fucking characters come into play or something,
And
like how they did
and
Deadpool. Like
if they thought that they had any notion that the Blade move was gonna be so hard to do, why the fuck did they tease it at the end of Eternals?
That's true.
You feel me?
that's what I'm saying,
Eternals
That's
go
bro.
true.
so
Like
shit they try to use Blade to hype it up,
That's
and
true.
then they
That's
shit,
also
they
let it
just
go.
don't
true.
want to
Somebody
waste the
saying no
money.
Blade,
They,
go fuck
they just don't
yourself.
want to waste the money, man.
That's true. But at the same token, guys, you have to understand. At the same token, Mahershala Ali brung Blade to MCU, so he has a lot riding on this. At the
Facts.
He don't. They do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would have to put like I don't know how much money they
They
put into
deny
the
him.
other three
Someone else is
Blade
gonna
movies,
say yes.
but
We want him in a movie. He's gonna be still
I
making money.
mean, if I was them, I would try to reboot it. If you gonna make another Blade movie, reboot the motherfucker. If that's the case,
Yep.
because you're not going after that trilogy. Like after the trilogy, it's like nigga, what else could Blade do? You feel me? Like I mean, yeah, vampires. Like you feel me? Yeah, vampires.
They
yeah,
had
I
Blade
mean,
being done with
it's not much they
vampires
can do with it. That's
for
why.
the Deadpool and
Like
Wolverine movie. They had it instead of a katana. He's wielding a machete. So I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think they just put him in
He
Deadpool
lost.
just to see the
They said
reaction,
that
just to see the
he
reaction to seeing a
lost.
blade.
He lost
Yeah,
his blade. You know, cause like that blade
yeah, and
put
that's some bullshit too. He didn't
oh,
lose his
you
shit in the
noticed
last
that,
one.
huh?
yeah,
In the third movie, he didn't lose his blade.
yeah. Nah, he didn't lose
Yeah,
his
but he
blade.
didn't lose it.
I know that.
Yeah, he didn't have his blade in Deadpool.
Nah,
He
they
had
Because he
said
had a
no blade.
machete.
Yeah, that's
So when
ass,
I give
bro.
it that 7.8, don't come for me.
Like that shit was crazy, bro. Nigga ain't had
that's
no
funny.
samurai blade. I'm like, nigga, this nigga got a machete. Like, what the fuck?
Like a
Like, what shit you
machete
on,
or
bro?
something.
They just brought his ass in there just to give you a glimpse of Blade, and then they only did it just to see the reaction. Like, oh, let's see if we put Blade in. Let's see how many reactions that we will get from having Blade in it. And they probably didn't get the reaction that they wanted, so they're like, nigga, we might not have to do this right here.
Mm.
For
That's
real.
how I'm thinking.
But if
That's
that's
what
the
I
case,
think. Because
but if
what the
that's the
fuck you
case,
bring Blade out
but
for?
but
Like for
for
Deadpool? Like
Mephisto,
what? Nigga, yeah, Blade, Gambit, fucking like I forgot the other two people, but like it wasn't like nothing major. Like I think it was Jubilee
Oh,
and
you
somebody
watch it
else.
back,
Like
huh?
yeah,
yeah, like
we
nah, I
all
mean
watched
nah,
it.
man. Like yeah, but like but I'm saying like him coming in that didn't even had no significance to me. Like I
Mm,
didn't see no significance to see him.
And also when you think about
But I just felt
how
like they put it
those
in. They
characters
put him
were
in it
there
for the
because
excitement.
what they
Like
said,
oh shit,
they
Blade's in it.
caused trouble to the TVA. Like how?
But
mm.
I see the other dude playing a good Blade though. Like if they really put to put the money into it, that shit'd be good. I mean, but I just think they would have to do a reboot though. I don't
So
think there's no other continuation, or you continue Wesley Snipes, and you make a Blade where he's the old guy, like he old as hell and shit like that. But other than that, bro, it's like it's virtually nothing you can do with Blade. That's why they really don't use it. That's just like them using like Daredevil or fucking Green Lantern or fucking like he's just like a side hero, nigga. Like he's not like that important. Like
Hmm.
to me, like that's how I feel about it. And I'm a Blade fan. Like Blade's actually fucking fire. Like nigga fought Dracula. That shit was dope. You feel me? Like that shit was dope. But you know, I don't think they gonna waste their money though.
hopefully. it's not too long because
Or they just don't want nobody waiting for
yeah,
it.
because like
But hey,
murder.
in the meantime, um, there is a oh, what's it called? There is a pitch for the Midnight Suns. I don't remember if I sent it from the last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm mad
Okay.
that
Yeah.
they don't bring out Blade because that's part of it. That's part of it,
Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
and it's like what the fuck if you and then on top of that you're bringing out Scarlet Witch, um, new movie down the line.
So you
They
saying they have
already
to bring out Blade?
of course because Scarlet Witch is
I
part of
don't think he's
that.
gonna have his own movie though. They'll probably put him in like a show or like a movie, but I don't think he's gonna have his own.
Blade is not gonna have his own. So you're saying that
I don't think.
Scarlet Witch movie should happen way before Blade? I don't think that should.
I'm not saying that, but if they throwing out the whole Blade idea, know what I mean, and that's like a
No,
fact,
they're
like
only
they bringing
delaying
out the
it.
Scarlet shit, huh?
People say they're delaying it indefinitely.
Oh
If they
well, I
say
mean, if they
delay,
do, yeah,
if they say delay indefinitely, does that mean it's not gonna happen? When you say delay
exactly.
indefinitely,
So that's what I'm saying. Like he'll probably come in like a show or like a movie, but they're not gonna
that's
make a movie of that. If
that,
they
that
trashing it already, then they're not gonna make
that's
a movie of
that's
that.
some fucked up shit, yo. That's some fucked up
I
shit.
mean, I
Where
know. I
that's
know
some
because I already knew they wasn't gonna do it. I already knew that like they wasn't happy about that shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of work, bro.
because of the feedback that they got, we wasn't gonna like it. That's some bullshit. Why do you
Yeah, but
care?
that's
Why do you
because of the
care so much
biased people
about
that don't know
feedback?
who Blade is. You feel me? Like they don't know who Blade is, or they don't like
These
vampire
niggas need to kick
shit. Like, you know
rocks,
what I
man.
mean?
These niggas
Like,
need to.
there's a lot of people that's not
So you
interested
tell
in stuff.
me you did not watch um the old vampire s TV shows before? Like, come on.
I mean, yeah,
Like, I seen a ton
I
of
mean,
them.
yeah, but you know, it's not. It's like it's not really like one of those things. I mean, that's like interesting. Vampires and werewolves and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a Blade fan. Like I like all three of the Blades. Like I had no problem with none of them. Like them shits was all
You
dope.
saw the Blade TV
Like
show?
I
nah,
seen it.
I seen the animated version.
The
They got
animated version I
a
haven't seen.
Blade.
The live action I've seen.
That's just fire.
I like
The
the live. I
animated
like
version
the
is
live
fire.
action TV show. As a, because I
The
watched it as a
TV
child,
show
so that's my excuse.
should have got a second season because
Mm.
the TV series is very awesome. The TV series
Hmm.
See, that's what I mean. Like
how they had no
if they could do a
problem with the
TV show, they could
direction.
do a movie, bro. Like it's just all about
Exactly.
how much money
That's
they
the
gonna
point.
spend.
So don't make excuses for
It's just all
them.
about the money, how much they gonna spend to do it, and how much money they think they're gonna get out of it. They probably think they're not gonna get their money back.
You can make a Blade movie for under 200 mil.
Facts, but no, I mean it's just all about how they gonna
Give it
play
to
it out and
Blumhouse.
the
They'll
plot of
do
the
it.
story. Like
Give it to Blumhouse. They'll do it. They're known to make bangers of cheap.
facts, facts.
You
I
might be
mean,
right.
yeah.
You might be right
I
on
don't
that.
know, man. I feel like now in this era, Blade would be like a hit or a miss. I mean,
Blade
only
should
way
have
I see
the
out.
Blade movie should have come out right after Eternals, or like 2 movies after Eternals.
Shit, I rather they did that than Morbius. That's what probably
Exactly.
killed
Mm,
it. That's what probably
Exactly.
killed it. If I was like, it's gonna be another one of those. I
mm.
mean, but you know, Blade is not favorited as much as back in the day. You feel me? That's a '90s action superhero. You feel me? Like
Mm.
I mean, this era right now, you ask, do you know who Blade is? A lot of people gonna be like, who? You feel me? Like
And people
Wow.
need to know that
real
Blade
shit.
put Marvel on.
If you anything
Yeah.
under
On
30,
top of
nigga, don't
that,
know
Blade
what
put
Blade
Marvel
is.
on.
nah. You can't say
Yeah,
that. He
yeah,
wasn't the first.
yeah,
It was Hulk.
He
yeah,
wasn't the
but
It was
first,
Hulk.
yeah,
sure,
but you gotta
but
remember, like
he
I said, you
definitely
gotta
put
remember
Marvel on.
how old we are and how old everybody else is. Like niggas is fucking everybody that's under 30 don't know who Blade is.
And you know what's funny?
I
Niggas
guarantee
didn't
you that.
even believe in Blade back then.
I bet you niggas under 30
Wesley
don't even
Snipes
know
had
who
to fight for
Spawn
that
is.
movie to be made.
Like real shit. Like, you know what I mean? But
Niggas didn't
I
even
like
believe that bullshit back then. He even wanted to
yeah.
do a Black Panther movie. Did y'all
And
know that?
yeah, you see how
He
that went.
wanted to
They
do a
didn't do
Black
that
Panther
shit
movie, and they were like,
until a
"Oh,
couple
let's
years
make it
ago.
about civil rights." And it's like, no, Wakanda, nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the funny thing about that movie. That was like a movie that people was like, oh yeah, yeah, we gotta stand together. And I'm like, nigga, what? You ain't even a fan, bro. Like, yeah, we just
yeah.
doing it because it's a black movie. Like, come on, bro. Like, nah, man. I mean, I'm not really. I'm a Black Panther fan, but I'm not at the same time. He's alright. He's alright as a superhero. I ain't gonna take it away from him. He's okay.
But hopefully these because this, cause hopefully this indefinitely turn a cheek
I
because
just hope they actually like reconsider. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
another Blade movie would be cool. I ain't got no problem with that. And it would have been a perfect time. Halloween time type shit. You feel me? That'd have
Hey,
been lit. That'd have
hey.
made a little bit of money off that.
See, they know how to put Captain America: Brave New World
I want that.
in February, but they can't put Blade in October. What's going on?
because they want to finish the
Man,
You see
saga
bro.
that
quick.
racist shit?
They want to finish the saga quick.
Black
Nigga,
exploitation, nigga.
shit, if that's a crazy disease, do another season. Do
That's some
something with it.
Dolomite shit right
You know what I
there.
mean? But see, like I said, I respect him because they put him in Deadpool, but it had to be a reason. You feel me? For them to put him in Deadpool, it wasn't like, oh yeah, let's just put Blade into it. Like, it had to be a reason. It had to be a real reason they put him in it.
Yeah, you might be definitely right about that. And
Like I said,
the
he might appear in another movie or something, or a show or something. Like, you know what I mean? I mean,
but yeah, I'm just angry. I'm just angry at the fact that
As he
people
should be.
people are not coping with Blade or not getting as upset as I am with this Blade being canceled indefinitely. And it it also takes me back to where you could have had Batgirl. We could have had Batgirl, my guys, and they canceled
Hmm.
that. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why
Sometimes
would
they're allergic to money.
like what the fuck, bro? It's like okay, you have a budget. The budget for Blade was already $100 million. Like, so it wasn't like uh it couldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because with the $100 million that they budget out for this movie to be controlled the way they controlled, and on top of that, there was setbacks. Mahershala Ali didn't like the first script and the second, so he was like, nah, give me another one. Then finally they got another one that stuck with him, and they kept that writing. Now the next step was to find a producer to create it. Now I don't know if it's a problem where the producer couldn't fit the writing style or whatever the case may be, or was it the CEO of Disney wanted to only said what he said was only push out three movies a year, 3 movies a year, and probably two to three Disney shows a year. That combines into six cinematic movies to finish out the multiverse saga. And to me, that I get it. They wanted to, keep it 3-3. I get it, but at least don't say Blade canceled out indefinitely. That sucks. That sucks where we can't have another dynamic with the X-Men because Blade, he's part of that X-Men type feel. You know what I'm saying? So again, guys, I'm just disappointed on that particular thing that's happening with Marvel, and it sucks to even announce that I can be a fan. Cause like, how you gonna give me some food and snatch the food away from me? Like, oh, you can't have this, but you got me smelling it. How you gonna fucking tell me how great this food is and not smell it
because they
being cooked
accidentally
up?
made it good. They accidentally made it good, and they can't do it again.
Oi, this is more reason to just say fuck it and give up on the MCU.
I
Yeah,
can't.
that's
I
That's what we're
can't.
saying. Like as far as like
Give
Blade
up.
goes, now I mean they not
Hey,
on that type of wave right
think
now.
about it, right? Think about it in continuity, in universe. According to Deadpool and Wolverine, a universe dies when the anchor being dies.
Hmm.
Who is the anchor being for the MCU?
Huh.
Who was the
They're
person who
they're
carried the
they're
kill, who carried Deadpool, carried the MCU on his back and
they're
died in Infinity War, and died in Endgame? RDJ, Iron Man.
okay.
When that happened, the MCU right there was symbolically dead, and it's been showing.
So you
It's
think
been
that
Yeah,
showing.
you think that he's the anchor being?
Fuck yeah.
But what
I
if he
mean
wasn't the anchor being this
it's
whole
Iron
time?
Man.
What
It's
if he
Iron
wasn't the
Man.
anchor being this whole entire time?
Well, you got his money will tell you different.
I mean, I feel like he is
His
just because it's
money
an
will
effect.
tell you
No, I
different.
mean, Iron Man plays a major part in the MCU of
Who
any
got paid the
storyline
most out of the whole
of any
thing?
major disaster or whatever. Iron Man is there. So it's a little weird that Iron Man not there. No, I mean, I felt like, no, I mean, that was a bad move on their behalf because now you gotta bring out a whole nother Iron Man for certain things like
And
certain
everyone for the whole
major
time after Iron
occasions.
Man died, what's everyone been trying to do? Fill his shoes.
You
So
can't.
who's the anchor being?
Spider Man. It could be
And
Spider
then you took
Man.
Captain America away, and Captain America is gone too. So who else is there? You took away the
Exactly.
original Avenger.
Exactly. So the
Like,
MCU's dead. Give up. Let him
the
reboot.
niggas is garbage. Like the only ones that's left is like Spider Man, fucking Deadpool doesn't really count because he could do anything when he wants to. X-Men is okay until they make another movie and that be good.
Hmm.
Fucking it's not too many left. It's not.
We
It
got
definitely isn't Spider
We
Man.
got Daredevil. We got that
Yeah,
coming out. So
I could live
that's gonna
without
be a
Daredevil.
fire. We got Captain America Brave New World that's gonna bring out Red Hulk. So that's gonna be
Man,
uh good within itself. So
man.
you can't kill off as much
I don't
as
sound too.
I wanna.
I wasn't too excited when you said that. I wasn't too excited. It was like like Daredevil was like and then Captain America like unless Captain America come back, it's like If the Winter Soldier's in
He
that, then
could
I'll be
though.
like, all right.
He could
I'm
though.
not taking Falcon, bro. Like, I'm not taking Falcon,
He
bro.
could though. He could reprise his role as being the old Captain America. Because remember, in the comics,
Yeah, but he gone though.
he's the I think he's called something else though. He's not called Captain
Yeah,
America. He's called something
yeah.
else because he's old. He's old now. I think he took the serum again or something. But
That'd be crazy. See the old one chopping niggas up.
yeah,
Old one chopping niggas down with the shield and shit. Chill.
yeah, for
That'd be
sure.
crazy, son.
Know what I mean, but
I
definitely,
don't know.
just like y'all want to, criticize about MCU. I got some words about, DC. How DC is fucking up too.
Hey
Like,
man, both sides fucking up.
you
Like
know
I
what I'm
could agree with
saying?
you on that. You
Like
feel
both
me? Like
sides is fucking up, but they got
James Gunn got 3 more years
but
from
they got the merits though. So even though right now Marvel's kind of fucking up back to back, DC was fucking up back to back.
facts.
Then when Penguin came
That
out,
Batman movie was cringe.
now everybody is like DC lovers now.
the glazing has started.
Batman movie was cringe.
So there's
That
gonna be
fucking
what happened?
yeah,
The
that
glazing
Batman
has
movie was
started
cringe.
again because of Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they sometimes they just throw something out there, bro. Like I think some of them are hitting hits and misses because they're just trying to figure out like what to do. You know what I mean? I feel like they're running out of ideas. You feel me? Just because they're not, like I said, they're not comic book oriented, and comic books are endless. You feel me? They're pretty much endless possibilities of comic, like when it comes to comic books. And if they're not going deep into those storylines, they're not gonna have nothing to fucking talk about. They're not gonna have nothing.
Mm,
Especially if you're not a comic book fan, it's over, nigga. You don't know all the stories and possibilities that you could put together because you're not
mm.
on that. Because you're only scraping the surface. You feel me? They only scraping the
Yeah.
surface with shit. They don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck they really want to do. You feel me? Like they just throwing shit out there. Like, you like this? You like this? No. All right, we ain't gonna do this no more. You like this? You like this? Oh, you are. All right, we're gonna give you a second one. The second one is gonna be just as good though, or not. Like, or it's gonna be
Mm,
mid. Like, I mean, they just throwing shit out there.
yeah. You might be right on that one. Cause like at the end of the day, I just fucking hate the fact that they did that to my man's Marshall Ali, and Marshall Ali had to be on the pedestal where he like, oh, it's all right, guys, don't worry, it's still in production. But mind you, they just said it's canceled indefinitely. The word indefinitely means forever. So what are you saying here? Like it's it's topsy turvy. One person's saying another thing, then you're saying something else. What's going on here? Is it happening or is it not happening? Is it canceled for
They
show
trying to
or
figure
is
that
it
shit out.
not? So
They trying to figure it out. Like, yo, we don't know what to do right now. We trying to figure it out.
you
I
know,
mean, but
yeah, that's
they
the
can make another classic, bro. They can make another classic. It just all depends on the people that they put. You know what I mean? In your group, as far as like, production. I mean, they can make another one. They could put mad money towards it and all that shit. Like, it's just. I guess they feel like it ain't time for that, or no. I mean, they think there's going to be bad publicity on that.
yeah. Hopefully, from here on out, next year they got some popping stuff right now. Right now they got Agatha out right now, and Agatha is good. It got its
Facts.
funny moments. It got its great things that's going on for it. They got the Penguin show that is going on for it as well. As soon as that season is over, as soon as these sets of things is over, we're gonna definitely talk about it. I'm definitely ready to talk about the Penguin show. I'm definitely uh, ready to talk about Agatha as well. You know, right now today was very awesome. It was very encouraging that we was able to talk about the cancellation of Blade. That's fucked up, but we got to move on.
Facts.
We got to move
Facts.
on. Like you know what I mean? Like Disney, they
They're
move
gonna
on
do it
from
one day.
shit.
Now, I mean, probably like when niggas 45 or 50 or some shit.
That'll be some bullshit. Like we come back to to this podcast like, yo, 45 and no
And
blade.
they got the technology, they got the graphics and everything, nigga. I don't know what and that's the crazy part. Like, the graphics wasn't that good for the first three Blades. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was like 90s, 2000s graphics. You feel me?
That's
So
why I said you don't need more than 200 mils for
so
blade.
for it to be this,
And on
like,
top of that, the
they
game
gotta do it in
is gonna
like
come out
Money's not an issue.
the
Marvel and
video
Disney,
game
they're
is gonna come out
multi-billion-dollar
before this.
corporations. Money's not an issue.
Facts.
facts. I don't think the money's an issue either. I think it's just the plot of the story. I think they just like, yo, this story gonna be stupid. Like, it's gonna be
Run with it. Who gives a shit? It's blades killing vampires. The
yeah,
sillier
but
the better.
like if you can correspond it with everything and give a good plot, why not give him a good plot? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they can make a lot of money off that shit if they do it right. If
True.
they give it a good story, they can make a little bit of money off of it.
True. Definitely.
I feel like that's a hit and miss, my boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a hit and miss, but we don't know until probably 4 or 5 years from now. But definitely, we know what's going on with Spider-Man Noir. It's gonna be black and white. I hope they bring that element to it too. I hope that
Fire.
uh, I hope what you're conveying, Sky, it doesn't bring in that element of
Mafia.
mafia style. I hope they
I'm
don't bring
telling
that
you, bro.
element. If they bring that
Straight
element,
mafia.
I hope that they don't uh, do too much overly
Dialogue.
rambunctious of that element. Like I
But that's
rather
what I'm saying, bro. Like, I hope it's not that too, because that's what I meant by cringe. Like, niggas giving too much dialogue. Like, where's the action? This is Spider Man. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I meant by the cringe.
yeah for sure. I'm right with you
Yeah,
on that. I'm definitely
Facts.
right with you on that. And I hope that, with Spider-Man 4, we get more news. We able to know what elements that they're gonna bring to finish this sequel, because it's gonna be a sequel. So I don't know if it's gonna be a sequel where Spider-Man 4 finish, then they bring out Miles Morales, or they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Hopefully, we get more news with that. Hopefully, we'll be able to know what's going on with these two main things with Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Man with Tom Holland. Any final thoughts, Nas?
Uh, none. None.
Any final
Not this
thoughts,
time around.
Sky?
Not this time around.
Um, Not really. Like I said, I'm gonna give Spider Man a solid 7 until we figure out what's going on with that. So that's about it. I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
Definitely, definitely. Uh, Again, uh, everybody that's on Facebook, YouTube, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming in, taking a deep dive on understanding as a fan, and also you can be able to come in on Clubhouse and talk with us and have a deep, meaningful conversation as a fan. And if you know more than us, you can definitely show up and definitely talk about these sets of DC and Marvel shows that's coming, that's gonna be talked about. Maybe you have more information than us that I'm producing over the internet space that is able to give us at the same token with different people that's talking about it, that's scooping about it, that's in the know, or possibly somebody else knows, and then they just have the topic already in hand and then just post it like a newspaper. You know, Definitely, Nas. Thank you for coming again. Sky, thank you again for coming on board, for able to talk about these Marvel and DC movies and
You know
shows
it.
that comes. We definitely come in here, kick it, and talk about in a meaningful, passionate, because we love about these shows. We understand it from the comic perspective. I understand it about the comic perspective as well, and also I have the element of understanding it from the videography side, from understanding how things is being subliminally telling, because Marvel like to give you homework, and the if you're not in the know, you can't understand the next plot story that's going to be happening. Sometimes they don't bring that element to 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 their set films or TV shows. Sometimes you don't have to watch something to understand the plot twist on another. Sometimes they don't bring that element, but majority of this saga, you're gonna have homework to do as a fan. You're gonna be trying to put things together. But like I said from the beginning of this podcast of my journey, I've always told my fans, my everybody that loves comics that I talked about, I've always told them, what you talking about? Homework was always there since Iron Man 1. If you didn't put that together, then what were you doing? You were just watching Iron Man? You were just watching Captain America? What were you doing? Um, you were just watching these movies for just to watch. If that's the case, then you're not a fan. You're not really a fan until you really deep dive and understand each and every show. Why Thanos beat them up? Why Thanos got the space moon before the space moon before anybody known, like, because he known he known it was there, like, what I mean. You have to understand the dynamics of why there's different phases when it comes to these shows, because there was a lot of phases for to bring out Thanos, to bring out Avengers Infinity War, to bring out Endgame, to bring out Endgame Part 2. So you have to understand the complexity of what Marvel is all about when they bring out these shows and films to combine it to one story. Again, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for understanding the the reason why I am a fan and the reason why I can give you different takes. Uh, Also, Sky, he comes from the comic side. He understands um, that from that perspective, and he can bring it from that complexity of what he thinks of the direction that these films that's introducing updates in nuance to it. With Nas has his own element too, like where he'll tell you straight up that this movie is not what the fuck with. This movie is not it. Like he'll tell you what time it is. Hopefully people come on board that we can have that dynamics of conversation. You see here, we fight all the time. We always bash each other and tell us that yo, this is what's gonna go down, whether you like it or not. You rather quit now, you rather do what you're gonna do. But again, thank you again, Nas, for coming. Scott McCloud, thank you guys for coming. Again, Collide out.